He says, I believe the title of your excerpt is Scholars versus Hebrew Roots Teachers. It amazes me that you seem to show way more respect for those scholars who teach against the Torah of Yod-Heh-Vav-Heh because they are scholars. Stop right there. Once again, this shows that there is a misunderstanding of, I agree that there are certain parts of the Torah that many scholars teach against. But this is actually I believe this is how one believes application is to be made. If you asked a Walter Kaiser, do you believe the Torah has been done away with? Which I asked him, by the way, in my interview. You can go listen to it. What does he say? No, of course not. So, I mean, come on, you can't just make it, you get upset at us for making a large blanket statement against Hebrew Roots teachers, but then you make a huge lump together of all scholars that they believe that the Torah has been done away with. You're doing the exact same thing that you're getting mad at us for. He says, then those who aren't as educated as you, but are getting the message out. Again, I'll ask the question, which you didn't answer. I did answer, by the way. Do you not believe Adonai, through his Spirit, I want to put an emphasis on this. Do you not believe that Adonai, through his Spirit, can teach his word to a man correctly, or is an educational degree an absolute requirement to teach the gospel? Okay, let's stop for a second. Let's stop for a second.
That's the one I was thinking about. That's that verse or that passage. Go ahead.
Now, he clarifies. He says, and I want to come back to this one specific point. He clarifies. He says, I'm not talking about hierarchy. I don't know what that means. Are you talking about elders or what? I'm talking about bring the word to others, because I don't remember Yeshua saying, therefore go forth and teach after you've become a scholar. You're right. Miguel is absolutely right in this. We all believers, if you have the Spirit of God in you, if you have come to faith in the Messiah Yeshua, if you have faith in Jesus Christ, however you want to say it, if you are part of the new covenant, you are required, you are told by Yeshua to go and take that message to the other people. There's no doubt about it. I agree with you 100% on this, Miguel. We are to share our faith. It is the Great Commission. I have no problem with that. That's not what I'm talking about. The video that we made was not scholars versus believers. It was scholars versus Hebrew Roots teachers. The fact of the matter is that there is a difference between your average sit in the pew believer at church who goes and gets edified, gets lifted up, goes out and shares his faith with his next door neighbor, than there is with a person who has been put in charge of educating and put in charge of the spiritual growth of 5 people, 10 people, 100 people, 1,000 people. It is a different charge. And this is one reason that the gospel, or that the Bible actually tells us that it is a good thing to want, but that teachers are judged more harshly. Why? It's not talking about every average believer. It's talking about people who take on the charge to become teachers and leaders and lead people in a spiritual life. And this, in my mind, requires education. Make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel by clicking the subscribe button and check out more videos from Messiah Matters.